Hey folks, yours truly, as Mr. Hall of Fame always says, I'm ripping you off, Brandon. I'm back to, I want to thank katonwdepena. Um, he sent me a fantastic package along with some stuff for Jeff. I've just started to scrape the surface of it, but I wanted to go ahead and thank him right away. Um, it's just another extension of the love and appreciation that people obviously are feeling and expressing here in the vinyl community. Yesterday he sent me a big box of music, to share with Jeff, metal mainly. And I'm glad he picked up on the fact that I do like metal. I haven't really shown much of any in my collection, but I do like, selectively, I like metal. And I'm just going to talk briefly about what I've listened to so far, and will probably post again because he sent me a lot of music. And when people send me music, over time I listen to it because that's what I'm about, is listening to music, not just collecting it. I'm listening, y'all. Okay? So, first off, I just want to share that inside the package, before I even get to the records, he sent these two big posters, and I'm assuming they're two different posters of Japanese art. They're both different. Here's one of them. I won't show both, but I'm going to allow Jeff. I'm assuming, I think correctly, that one is for Jeff, so I'll let Jeff pick the one that he likes. But katonwdepena also sent a DVD with this listing, and it lists here who are all the bands on the DVD, full-length albums on the DVD. I started listening yesterday, as well as the vinyl. He sent me some vinyl. So he sent the DVD of metal, and then he sent two sampler DVDs, Hell Headbangers. You all know about these. Different magazines and labels will put out samplers for you to check out the new stuff. I already dipped into one of these and shared with Katon that on this this sampler, there's a song by a band called Cyanide that I really like. It sounds old school march. Really like that. And then there's another band on here, Sanguis Imperium. I really like that. Okay, let me show you the vinyl that he sent me. He sent me three things on vinyl. And after I listen more deeply, I will probably show these again. I'll start with the one that I like the least. And again, I'm honest, okay, folks. And if I'll say this now, if you can't handle me being honest about what you send me, don't send me stuff, okay? Because I'm not kissing anyone's ass. If it sucks, it sucks. This doesn't suck. This is hell is. This is my least favorite. I believe this is a Polish kind of a thrash metal band. What I like about it is the pure, real aggro angst of this band that comes through on my first listening. I personally like it when I don't know what you're saying. When people sing in other languages, I kind of like it because I won't say why. I just like it. Okay, I can imagine, and a lot of times I think I'm getting a better picture of what's really happening inside of the person by focusing on the sound of their voice and everything else as opposed to what they're saying. The album also comes with this poster, which is really cool. Hell yes, with these other bands, a live show they must have done. So I really appreciate this, katonwdepena. I hope I'm saying your name right. Have no idea what it means. It would be kind of nice if people would maybe say what their monikers are all about. Like Panique's 1960. That's an interesting moniker to me. Or anyway, it also came with this little I haven't even read this yet. Okay, it's the story of the band. This is very cool. Greatly appreciate this. Please don't get me wrong, people. I really appreciate people sharing this with me and allowing me to hear stuff that maybe I'd never hear. The next thing he sent me that I do like this is Terror Rama, I believe is how you say the name. Terror Rama. And really nice 180 gram pressing. This is some of that black metal stuff. And This has kind of a, that's kind of the general motion of this band, and it's all right. And I'm going to listen to this some more and find the good songs on here, because I'm sure there's some good songs on here that I'll probably really enjoy. But I just really appreciate this. I've never heard of the band before. This one also comes with a poster as well as an insert. I think I'll go ahead and show the poster. Just really appreciate this. And yeah, look at this artwork. Some kind of creature sucking on a teat. So I'm not often in the mood for metal, but last night was a metal night, and I really enjoyed it. Now, the coup de grace of the vinyl, and katonwdepena knew so. He sent me the new Enslaved, the latest Enslaved. Axioma Ethica Odini? Yeah, this is awesome. He explained that this band goes back, predates Opeth. I can see where there is a similarity somewhat to Opeth. This music is kind of, there's something, I think Viking maybe? They use chord intervals at times that just seem dramatic and majestic, and all of a sudden it's like you're in this big castle or something, you know. This is really good. I really like unusual chord changes. I like when music goes in a direction you're not sure where it's going to go. Has a lot to do with why I am so bored with the blues. I know exactly where it's going. I don't care where it's going. Stuff like this, prog. I like unusual chord changes and shifts in time. This album is incredibly excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Thank you so much, katonwdepena. I can speak quickly about a couple bands on the DVD that I listened to that you pointed out to me. And one that you pointed out hit me right away, really good. I really like, and it's the band Discrete. Les Discrete. I don't speak French, but it sounds like the title of the band is The Discrete. And you described it well. It's metal crossed with shoegaze. It's beautiful. It's fantastic. That right away went onto my iPod, my Walkman. That's what I have as a Walkman. I even don't have a fucking iPod. Can't afford it. Ooh, I said F. Sorry. That went on to my what I listened to at work right away. I listened to the Oranzi Pazuzu, and that was interesting to hear this metal and this wall of white noise metal, and then there's horns in there, and those changes, yeah, it is proggy. Now, I got to come back to Psy. I only listened to a little bit of Psy. The first initial listening didn't catch me, but that don't mean nothing, okay? I got to come back to it. Chances are it's going to be what I like the best because I had to work to get to it. But those I listened to right away. I like those. Did I try something else already? Yeah, I tried the Alcest and the 40-watt Sun. And again, I got to come back to them. The one that made the impression, Les Discretes. Lesdiscretes, as in French for the discreet. Somebody tell me what it means. Fantastic. Thank you again, katonwdepena. I hope I'm saying your moniker right. Yes, I'll be listening to this stuff more and more. I'll pass on what you sent for Jeff. He'll be getting his shortly. It's awesome, folks. The last thing I'll say in this update is that well, I shared the Astra, and then folks came back at me saying, well, check out Zola Jesus. I had listened to her before, but I went back and listened again. I don't hear Zola Jesus don't sound nothing like Astra to me. Nothing at all, musically or vocally. I hear that Zola has quite a voice. I like the Astra voice. It's icy and cold, and it chills me, and the voice is very powerful. Nothing like Zola Jesus. Zola Jesus I'll have to come back to at a different time because it's not at all like Astra, and that's really, really turning me on right now is that sound, that electronic sound. The electronic music behind the Astra is, I think, wonderful. I mean, I think it's really well made, and the timbres of the tones they're using and the compositions are not mundane. They're tight, simple, but excellent. In Astra, I'll try to explain this again. I really have suffered a lot, literally, in my life for liking non-black music, and it's just irks me still to this day how it's okay for everybody to cross over and listen to all this black music, and somehow you're more authentic, or this is really good and cool that you listen to the real deal, but that when someone does the opposite, like me, going and listening to white music, which is my music too, I keep trying to say that, I don't see this division, but I've had to live with this perception that's worldwide about, you know, black music being more real. What the fuck is that? And yeah, I said that for because I do have a lot of anger about this, folks. I do. And what I'm trying to say is, for example, the Queen of Soul, for history's sake, has been Aretha Franklin. Powerful, powerful voice. Really soulful, especially back in the day when she'd sing things like Natural Woman and stuff. You can't miss it. You know, that woman would open her mouth and it's like she'd knock down buildings with the soul. What I'm telling you is I experience, right now, for example, the voice of Astra, that girl, whatever her name is, it's not Astra, on the song in particular, The Choke, when she gets to the point where she sings Lover Don't Go and holds that note, I feel that just like I feel Aretha Franklin. Just as much soul. And that's the point I'm trying to make, which is, man, that music is pure soul in a whole nother way. And my being, my receptors are open and receiving it. And I just really feel the need to try to explain that over and over and over again, folks, that all music has something. And the soul of the different ethnic branches of humanity, each one has its own expression, and they're all valid. One is no more valid or better than the other. What we can say is that depending on who we are, our personality, our life experience, some musics and some types of expression are going to resonate with us more than others. And that's just the way it is, and I hope that's okay. I'm trying to express that I have experienced a lot of suffering, literally, mentally and physically, because of the ignorance of other human beings, not understanding that all music has its place and that it's just as legitimate for me to focus more on rock or electronic or European as opposed to my quote unquote roots. It's all my roots. It's all my roots. Just because the African American is more what you see doesn't mean it's more than what those others are. I think. I experience it. I want this to be understood so badly. And I don't know if I'm making sense, but I want it to be understood. Right now, the most soulful thing I've heard in months is the voice of Astra. Any comments, guys?